Hi, my name is Nicholas Corey. Thanks for joining on my Dungeons and Dragons campaign prep stream. This is what I'm planning to be a weekly series every Wednesday morning, my time, Central Standard Time, between the hours of like 9 and 10 a.m. This is going to be a short, just intro episode, just to give an idea for what this series is going to be about. You can catch this on live on Wednesday mornings at twitch.tv/nscorey right here, or you can also watch the videos on demand via Twitch for a couple weeks and then on YouTube after that. But anyway, I am currently prepping and running three different campaigns, two of which are Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. And so I figured that I would take the time, since I have this brand spanking new webcam and I have a decent microphone and stuff like that, that I would use the resources I have available to me to talk about prepping Dungeons and Dragons and prepping role playing games in general, and stream that on Twitch because, there's not enough tabletop role playing streaming going on right now. So, what exactly will I have to add to that pool? I'm not sure yet, but we'll find out as we go. Like I said, this is just an intro episode, so this is going to be relatively short. I plan for these episodes to go an hour long, and I plan to spend, I don't know if it's going to be every week I'll talk about one of the two campaigns. So, like, week one will be my Saltmarsh campaign, week two will be my Hexcrawl campaign, and then we'll flip flop back and forth. Or if it'll be like a half hour, will be one of them, a half hour be another one for an hour long show, and we'll just do them both at once. I'm not sure how that's going to work yet. Still kind of working out the kinks. Honestly, this is just something I decided to do just randomly. And like, pretty much I just came home from dropping my son off at class this morning, and I was like, I kind of want to not only prep my campaigns, but I also want to talk through my process and what that looks like. So both of these campaigns have already I've already started prep. The Saltmarsh campaign that I mentioned, we're actually probably about 5 sessions into it already, and those sessions are pretty lengthy because we only play once every 3 months, but we play for a full weekend, and we get quite a bit done in that weekend. But what I will do is kind of catch you up, like start with how I prepped Saltmarsh, which I'm going to be honest, there was very little prep involved in that. And then kind of what I've done since then to kind of make up for that initial lack of prep, and what I do for a session-to-session basis now. And then for my other campaign, the Hexcrawl, I just messaged the players a couple weeks ago. I pitched them 4 different campaign ideas, and they all voted for the one, which is the Hexcrawl. So we'll talk about that as well, kind of what a Hexcrawl pertains, what I'm doing, what I'm pulling from as far as official D&D content, and what I'm making up whole cloth on my own. I apologize for my background. I do this all in my basement, so you can see that the storage area is literally right behind me, but I do have my game shelf as well. You just can't really see all the games too well. I should probably arrange those a little bit better, So let's talk about the screens that I have up here. Obviously, I have D&D Beyond up because I use D&D Beyond a lot. Special shout out to Ricky, I believe, was the one who set this up. I ran a West Marches campaign that literally just finished up. I was one of multiple DMs that ran it, and one of our players splurged for the legendary collection on D&D Beyond, and he gifted that. I think he let him share it with up to 15 people or something, so I jumped on that immediately. And until his account no longer is valid, or I don't know if he loses this stuff or whatever, but I'm going to continue to use this this legendary account on D&D Beyond as long as possible because it has been an amazing resource. I do also like to get books in print, so I mean I own the core books for D&D. I also own Ghosts of Saltmarsh and Descent into Avernus. I plan to get Tomb of Annihilation soon. I know it's an older one, but I plan to get Tomb of Annihilation because I'm pulling a lot of inspiration from that for my own Hexcrawl, so that's kind of on the docket as well. As far as what to expect from here, all right, let's talk about Nuclino, because I have Nuclino up in the background. I use Neclino right now for my Saltmarsh campaign. You can see that it says Reign of the Sea Ghost. That's the name of the campaign. If you don't know what Neclino is, I highly recommend that you check it out, especially if you're prepping campaigns and you want some sort of tool to collate and collect all of your different notes on world events and characters and locations and stuff like that, because it is an incredible resource. I was first turned on to Neclino from Justin, so thank you very much, Justin, in that same West Marches campaign. He created a Neclino for that campaign, and it was watching that grow as that campaign continued was amazing. And I was like, this is an incredible database that's easy to navigate and easy to add things to and edit and stuff like that. And there's a mobile app that's okay. The mobile app, it's functional. It has some kind of weird little hiccups to it, but overall it'll work. So like here, for instance, if we're looking at the Neclino, what exactly can it do? You pick or you create a campaign or a world, I think it's called, or a workspace. So in this case, the workspace is the name of the campaign, the Reign of the Sea Ghost. And then you create categories and subcategories and items. And your items can have images on there. So like if we go to locations, the last session that we just ran was, oh my gosh, what's the name of it? The Isle of the Abbey we just ran in this game. So let's go, oh no, it's going to be in the Azure Sea. Isle of the Abbey. There we go. So if we go to the Abbey Cellar. So I have the very simple information here, and then I have the map. This was pulled online. Someone recreated the map for Isle of the Abbey, so I have it here. And then I have the room keys with literally just the enemies that they find, as well as, like in this case, the activity that they're doing. And this has been like, this makes running the game so much easier for me. So then, rather than having the Ghosts of Saltmarsh campaign book open and flipping back and forth between the map and then the room description and the map again and that sort of thing, I can have my phone open with just this map image, and then that frees me up. And then if I want to, I can scroll down and I can click on, like, for instance, where's an enemy? I can click on, like, a Minotaur skeleton on my phone, and it brings up this, which I created this. I pulled this page, or I made this page for the Minotaur skeleton. But this has at least what they a fun way to describe the enemy when they see it, and then some DC checks to figure out how much the players know about the Minotaur skeleton. So that's just one way that Neclino is useful. It's also useful because, again, you can just... The one thing that I use it primarily for are my NPCs, because there are a lot in this campaign. For instance, like, we have Kryn here, who's a tiefling, and you can link to other connections that Kryn has. And then as the campaign changes and continues and develops, you can add other things, and I can type other notes right here that become relevant or whatever, and I can delete things as they lose relevancy. So Neclino is a wonderful tool, and like I said, it's the way that I've used it the most is by setting everything up beforehand as part of my session prep, which we will talk about, and then using my phone to execute that in the actual session. So that's that. So between D&D Beyond and Neclino, that's kind of where I'm at for the Ghosts of Saltmarsh campaign. The Hex Crawl that's coming up, which is called the Heart of Shatrokus. It's set in a unique setting, and the campaign, I'm going to be creating a lot of stuff my own, but as any experienced dungeon master, I won't say should, but likely does do, rather than create everything whole cloth, there's going to be a lot that, like, you're going to pull from other sources and find what you can co-opt from official Wizards of the Coast stuff, or maybe some other fan-made stuff, or some ideas. And so, like I said, I'm going to be pulling primarily from Tomb of Annihilation for that. But the Heart of Shatrokus I have right here. I'm creating a full campaign document. I have a map already made through Hexographer, so we'll talk about Hexographer and Dungeonographer in these episodes. And I'll basically be walking us through step by step, not only how do I prep the campaign, which is what we'll see primarily in this Hex Crawl, but also how do I prep an individual session based on the events that happened before. And that's what we'll see primarily in the Ghosts of Saltmarsh. I am also running an online campaign in an original system. It's a sci-fi space fantasy game. And like I said, the system is original, so it's something that I created. I might use some examples from that, but I'm not going to talk about that one too deeply because this is a D&D campaign prep, and so I want to focus on D&D 5th edition specifically because I think that's going to have the most widespread appeal for viewers. But you can watch us stream that online sci-fi RPG. It's called Astral Tides. It's based off of a book series that I have written and am writing. I shouldn't say have written because it's ongoing. It's based off of a book series. It's set in that. It's not based off it, but it's set in the same world. I should have really written a script for this or something. It's set in the same world as that book series, and we are. I think we have 4 sessions left in that campaign before it's all finished up. So, and we're streaming every episode. The first 4 parts of the stream are available on YouTube for you to watch at youtube.com/, oh my gosh, is it Nick Corey or is it NS Corey? Let's take a look. I honestly don't remember. Should have written a script for this. Like I said, I decided to do all this spur of the moment. And I will check comments here shortly. YouTube.com Nick Corey, NickKory. That is where you can find those episodes. Hi, Dave. You're here. Dave is one of my players in my Astral Tides RPG. He's played in a couple RPGs with me. But yeah, it's good to have you on the stream. Like I said, this is just going to be a campaign prep series, and hopefully this is the first one in many. Like I said, I have about 2 hours of free time every Wednesday morning, and I've been using that to prep campaigns anyway, so I figure why not share that with everybody. So that's kind of what you can expect. If you have any comments or concerns or any anything that you want to add, feel free to throw it in chat. If there's any input on this series as it goes on, I hope that you share it. And otherwise, I look forward to creating these campaigns and talking about it with you. Thanks.